Everyone, I'm Paul McGuire Grimes. I keep hearing people ask if we can run out of TV to watch, and we gotta talk about that. This is Paul's trip to the movies. Now, with Hollywood production shut down on new TV series and movies, people question what could happen if all of the content that's, in the can is then released before production starts up again. I'm already hearing rumblings of people running out of TV to watch and questioning whether you could get to the bottom of your Netflix queue, and the answer is no, it's impossible. I have a few thoughts on this, as streaming services like Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, CBS All Access, and the new HBO Max and Peacock are doing better than ever right now. Now, your streaming queue will go on, as there really is so much content that you really truly can't keep up. Netflix has a variety of new shows and movies ready to launch this summer, like The Politician Season 2, Steve Carell's Space Force, there's a new Hannah Gadsby comedy special coming, and then The Boys in the Band, the remake of the Broadway show, will be also coming later this summer. Hulu is also faring really well right now with shows like Mrs. America and The Great. Now, I think people tend to think about only new shows, but now is a really great time to binge whole series of classic TV shows that can be found streaming. I've been going back and watching the original Shatner-Nimoy Star Trek and The X-Files, which is streaming on Hulu. All of the older iterations of Star Trek are streaming on Netflix, with the new series like Star Trek Discovery and Picard are on CBS All Access. Now, two of my favorite TV shows of all time, The Sopranos and 6 Feet Under, brought in a new era of television on HBO back in the late 90s and are now streaming on Amazon Prime and HBO platforms. And I think it's really fascinating to revisit some of your favorite shows and see how your opinions on characters and storylines have changed over the years as your life has changed. I remember watching 6 Feet Under when I was in college, freshly out of the closet as a gay man, feeling one way about certain storylines and characters, and then revisiting it much later on after I got married, and seeing things in a different light, seeing characters, stories, plots that touched me more than they did the first time, and vice versa. It still remains my ultimate all-time favorite TV show of all time, 6 Feet Under. I cannot recommend it enough. I really bow down to it, and I mentioned it to Chris Messina when I interviewed him for Birds of Prey. Going back to The Sopranos, again, another stunning show. The acting with James Gandolfini and Edie Falco is a masterclass in acting. Their scenes together are so incredible that you can never get tired of watching The Sopranos. And again, there's so much to it that you pick up on different things with each viewing. And Tony Soprano really thought of as the TV anti-hero, which then led into series like Mad Men and Breaking Bad. Both of those shows are now streaming on Netflix as well. Now, if you're just looking for comfort TV, Friday Night Lights is comfort TV at its finest, and its themes of community and togetherness are really what we need right now. Coach Taylor's motto of clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose has been helping me get through this pandemic. I just say it to myself all the time, and I just kind of settles myself. All 5 seasons of Friday Night Lights are on Hulu, and if you've never seen it before, you're just going to go in on this really wonderful ride, and I think you will just absolutely love it, even if you're not a football person or a high school person or whatever. There's so much to love about Friday Night Lights. Now, you've heard me talk about it before, and I'll mention again that all 7 seasons of The Golden Girls are streaming on Hulu. And looking back at the series, you may not realize just how groundbreaking and topical it was, as this series featured older women discussing everything from sex and homosexuality and AIDS and sexism and death. It stars Bea Arthur, Betty White, Rue McClanahan, and Estelle Getty. All went on to win Emmys for their work on the show, just cementing how vital and funny and iconic all 4 of these characters are. I really think that this show is more popular now than it was when it aired. It's become this pop culture phenomenon with fans ranging all ages and demographics. You can attend Golden Girls bar crawls and cruises and drag events. It really is the gift that keeps on coming, and frankly, we fall asleep at Golden Girls every night because it just makes us laugh and puts us in a good place. Now, maybe you've heard about a streaming service and you've been a little hesitant about signing up for it. It's just another service, but now is the time to really check those out. Many are offering deals right now during the pandemic, knowing that people are stuck at home looking for new shows and movies to watch. I mentioned CBS All Access earlier, and there's a new season of The Good Fight available. 4 seasons right now on CBS All Access. This was the spin-off of The Good Wife. It's now starring Christine Baranski, and it's really great. Season 2, Jordan Peele's iteration of The Twilight Zone, arrives June 25th. And then, like I mentioned earlier, Star Trek Discovery and Picard are also on CBS All Access. Now, I'd say get in now, because you'll then have first access to the new adaptation of Stephen King's The Stand, which comes later this year, with James Marsden, Alexander Skarsgård, and Whoopi Goldberg. Hopefully, I've given you a lot of ideas and made you realize that there's no such thing as running out of TV and movies to watch. Those are just some of my picks and tips of what to maybe stream next. What are you watching right now? I'd love to hear about it. Is it an oldie like some of these, or is it something new like Tiger King, Mrs. America, McMillions? I have reviews of all those on my YouTube channel. Just click subscribe. Let me know. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Paul's Movie Trip. I'd love to hear from you. And thank you so much for watching my little discussion today on could you run out of TV? There's plenty of TV to watch, everyone. Take care. Thanks for following my channel. And don't forget to go to my website too, paulstriptomovies.com, for more reviews and my appearances on Twin Cities Live.